Recently, Foley's had a contest, the best-looking bald-headed dad contest, and there were 322 bald-headed entries. The winner of that contest is with us today. We welcome Bill McFerrin. Congratulations, Bill.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming over.
Oh.
You didn't enter yourself in this contest.
No, I should.
How did that happen?
I noticed the advertisement that Foley's put in the Houston Post about 2 weeks ago, and I started yelling and screaming at my kids. By golly, someone's finally recognizing bald-headed fathers. And I went to Foley's and got the application just to prove to them, because they didn't see it in the paper, just to prove to them that it existed. Well, last week, I noticed my NASA badge was missing, and couldn't find it anywhere. Wednesday, they called me on the phone and told me I'd won, and they said the picture we have is of some kind of badge. And so I guess the kids cut the picture out of the badge.
Well, how'd you feel about that?
Well, here we are on the air talking about it. I don't know
Yeah,
if I should
are you
be talking
embarrassed or
yeah, I'm a
at
little
all?
embarrassed about it. The problem with the badge is no big deal. All I have to do is go get a temporary, but that's... But I thought it was kind of neat. The kids really couldn't find a picture of me,
That was a sweet thing.
So
Are
they
they
used
so
them.
thrilled? I wish we had them
yeah,
over here.
Yeah.
You have a daughter and a son?
I have a daughter and a son. My daughter's 15, my son's 16, and
You're a single parent.
single since 71.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in the other night after telling my daughter, and she stood in front of the television for a while. I sat down, and she looked at me and said, "You're kidding, aren't you?" I said, "No, I'm really not kidding. I won. I don't know how I won." But initially, when they told me I'd won, I figured there might be 2 people in the contest.
Oh, no. 322, it says. That's impressive. It says here also in this literature that you don't think bald-headed people are attractive, or other people don't consider them to be attractive. Now, you've got Yul Brynner and Telly Savalas that are supposed to be sexy, good-looking men. And, of course, now we've got you, and that's going to change the whole...
The only thing about that is Yul Brynner, before a lot of other... He was a bad guy. Telly Savalas, before Kojak, was a bad guy. You want to pick out a bad guy, you go get a bald-headed man with a pot belly, and there's your bad guy for Telly. And they had totally bald heads, and they did that on purpose. So I don't know. It's made me change some of my ideas about bald heads and the way other people perceive them. But
would you ever consider wearing? We just talked to Paul Berlin about the fact that Don Cherry wears a toupee, and there's so many other people. I mean, you take a look at those celebrities up there on the wall. A lot of them do. Would you ever consider doing that?
I think if I can't grow it myself, no.
No,
I don't think I would.
Okay. Well. You're at NASA, I know that. What do you do with NASA?
I was a manager of data processing operations. I work for a company called Singer Link Flight Simulation, and we build the simulators that train the astronauts and the crews. And currently I'm on another project for the company on a new contract proposal for NASA, for the Space Transportation Systems operations contract out at NASA.
Are you going to get just a little bit of ribbing about this contest when you're at work?
I think I already have.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You obviously have a good relationship with your children, and we asked Paul Berlin about his children, and Dr. Reitman gave us some very good advice. What would you say to parents with Father's Day coming up and about a good relationship with your children?
Well, of course, mine are teenagers, and they're tough to understand, and they're tough to deal with when you're trying to talk. So I think it's keep up with them, keep up with what's happening in their lives, keep up with what they consider important, their priorities, and make them understand your priorities, and just try to deal with them as individuals and people.
Good advice. Very good advice. I just want to say that you won. Foley Scott gave you as your prize a 3-night, 4-day stay at Bald Head Island in North Carolina. Congratulations. I think they made a great choice out of 322 people who may have lost a little hair here or there. You, Bill McFerrin, have won, and we're proud of you. And we're proud of your children, too, for thinking of that for you. Thank you for joining us. We hope you have a great weekend. And kids, write your dad a note. Wouldn't that be a good idea?
That's right.
Just a little letter, or just tell him you love him. We'll see you on Monday.
Return to the fabulous fun of the fabulous 50s on Happy Days again, weekdays at 5. Now, stay tuned for Warner Roberts next.